Welcome, everyone, to our deep dive into the top AI trends for 2025.
Top AI trends for 2025.
That's right. Now, this is where things get really interesting.
Oh, really?
This whole deep dive was actually researched and generated using AI.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty meta, right?
I know.
We're going to be looking at the AI Trends Report 2025. It was published by statworx.
Ah, statworx. Yeah, they always have their fingers on the pulse.
Well, exactly. And they talked to over 60 experts for this report.
Really? 60? That's impressive.
I know, right, across all sorts of industries.
Okay, so, like who?
Oh, like Microsoft Germany and Google.
Aha, the big players.
Yeah, and even companies like Deutsche Bahn.
Oh, wow. So, a real mix.
Exactly. It's not just for the techies.
Right, right.
This is relevant to everyone, no matter what you do.
Okay, well, I'm hooked already. Tell me more.
Well, let's jump into the first trend.
Okay.
AI agents.
AI agents. Okay.
And this is more than just chatbots.
Right.
We're
yeah.
talking about AI entities that can make decisions and take action.
So they can actually achieve complex goals.
Exactly. It's like having a digital workforce.
Ah, okay.
So I was reading about Klarna, the Swedish payment company.
Yeah, I know Klarna.
They're using an AI assistant for 2/3 of their customer service chats.
Really? Wow.
Which is crazy when you think about it. It's the equivalent of 700 full-time employees.
700. So does that mean we're all going to be out of a job?
Well, that's the big question, right?
Yeah, it is.
But the report emphasizes that it's not just about job displacement.
Okay.
It's also about job creation and the need for upskilling.
Makes sense. So
Yeah.
we need to adapt to the new landscape.
Exactly. It's like the World Economic Forum found that while 41% of companies plan to replace jobs with AI,
Right.
77% also plan to train their employees in AI usage.
Okay, so it's not just a simple robots taking over situation.
Exactly. It's much more nuanced than that.
Yeah, okay, I get it. It's about collaboration.
Exactly. Humans and AI working together.
And that's going to lead to some pretty big transformations across industries.
That's right. Think about it. AI agents handling customer service in multiple languages, managing those tedious administrative tasks,
Oh, thank goodness.
even writing code.
Wow, that's impressive.
So we might be working alongside AI colleagues sooner than we think.
So is this actually happening now? Or is this just future stuff?
It's already happening.
Really?
Microsoft is developing AI co-pilots to assist with various tasks.
AI co-pilots, I like that.
Yeah, it's a good name. Right, Salesforce is letting anyone create chatbots using natural language.
Really? So
Yeah,
no coding experience required.
Exactly. And NVIDIA is creating blueprints for autonomous AI agent tasks.
Okay, that's a little unnerving, but also exciting.
Exactly. It's a whole new world.
Okay, so AI agents, definitely a trend to watch.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to the second trend.
Okay, hit me.
This one is the democratization of software development through low-code, no-code platforms.
Low code, no code. Okay, break that down for me.
Sure. So basically, it means you don't need to be a coding whiz to build software solutions.
Really? So anyone can build an app?
Pretty much. These platforms use visual interfaces and pre-built components. So citizen developers can create apps and programs without needing to write code.
That's a game changer.
Right. And the report predicts that by 2025, over 70% of app development will be low code.
70%. Wow, that's a massive jump from 20% in 2020.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And there are a few reasons for this growth.
Okay, like what?
Well, first, there's a huge shortage of skilled developers.
Right. Always hearing about that.
So low code and no code helps fill that gap.
Okay, makes sense.
Plus, it offers speed and agility.
Yeah.
Businesses can develop and deploy solutions faster.
Right. So quicker turnaround times.
Exactly. But, of course, there are some downsides.
Yeah, I was going to ask about that. What about the quality?
Like, are we going to end up with a bunch of buggy apps because everyone's suddenly a developer?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there are definitely concerns about over-reliance on these tools.
Right, especially for younger developers.
Exactly. They might miss out on learning those fundamental coding skills.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So what about the code itself?
Right. Will it be as good as what an experienced developer can produce?
That's the million-dollar question.
But you know what? The developer community actually seems pretty optimistic.
Oh, wait.
They see AI as a way to boost productivity and free up their time for more complex tasks.
Right, so AI is handling the grunt work.
Exactly. And we're even seeing companies like Salesforce moving away from hiring traditional developers.
Oh, wow. So they're relying more on these low-code platforms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not just about making things easier.
Right.
It's about reshaping the entire software development industry.
Okay, so any low-code or no-code tools that are really standing out?
We're seeing some really impressive results from tools like Cursor and Black Box AI,
Okay, I've heard of those.
and GitHub Copilot is changing the game by assisting developers in real time.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Right. And then there are platforms like HP AI Studio that are making AI model development more accessible.
So it's like AI is becoming the developer.
Yeah, in a way.
Whoa.
And the report even suggests that eventually AI could manage that entire software development lifecycle.
The whole thing.
Oh,
From start to finish.
it's exactly. From ideation to deployment, wild, right?
That's mind-blowing. Okay,
Yeah.
so low-code, the Rono code is definitely shaking things up.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to the third trend.
Okay, what's next?
This is where AI really feels like it's changing the world. AI driving scientific breakthroughs.
Ah, this is the really exciting stuff.
I know, right? So we're seeing AI act as a co-scientist,
Co-scientist, I like that.
accelerating research in fields like medicine, material science, and climate change.
Okay, so it's not just about crunching numbers faster.
Exactly. It's about uncovering patterns and insights that humans might miss.
Right, because AI can see things that we can't.
Exactly. Like, for example, Google DeepMind's AlphaFold 3.
AlphaFold 3, right, the protein folding thing.
Exactly. They basically cracked the code of protein folding.
Which is huge, right?
Huge. They can predict protein structures and interactions with incredible accuracy.
Okay, so for someone like me who's not a scientist, what does that actually mean?
Well, it opens up a whole new world for developing therapies for complex diseases. It's a game changer for drug development and our understanding of how proteins function.
So basically, AI is helping us unlock the secrets of life itself.
Exactly. And it's not just medicine.
Right.
AI is being used in all sorts of other fields.
Like what?
Well, take material science, for example. AI is helping us discover new materials.
With properties we never thought possible.
Exactly. Like Google's Genome has discovered over 380,000 stable materials.
380,000. Wow, that's incredible.
I know, right? And these materials could be used in everything, from batteries to solar cells.
So AI is speeding up the pace of discovery.
Big time. The report says that AI can reduce material development time by 44%.
44%.
That's amazing.
And increase patent applications by 39%.
So a huge boost to innovation.
Exactly. And then there's climate change.
Right.
Can AI help us tackle this global challenge?
Well, the German Aerospace Center is using AI to analyze satellite data
Okay.
to better understand atmospheric processes.
So that can lead to more accurate climate models.
Right. And hopefully help us mitigate the effects of climate change.
Hmm.
So AI is being used to address some of humanity's biggest challenges.
It's pretty amazing when you think about it. Is there anything AI can't do?
Well, there are some concerns
Okay, like what?
about AI potentially stifling creativity in research.
Oh, interesting.
Some experts worry that relying too heavily on AI could lead to lack of imagination in scientific exploration.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like we need to make sure AI is a tool for expanding our knowledge, not limiting it.
Exactly. And of course, there are always concerns about data quality and bias.
Right, right.
We need to make sure that AI models are trained on diverse and representative data sets.
So we don't perpetuate existing biases.
Exactly. It's not just about the technology itself.
Right.
It's about how we use it.
So we've got AI revolutionizing healthcare, material science, climate change research. That's a lot to process. Are there any other areas where AI is making a splash in the scientific world?
Oh, tons. We're seeing AI being used to map detailed brain atlases,
Wow.
predict floods, and even make strides in nuclear fusion reactor development.
Nuclear fusion.
Wow. And the startup scene is exploding with companies using AI for everything from protein development to personalized therapy.
It's like a new era of scientific discovery.
It really is. Okay, so we've covered AI's impact on the workforce,
Right.
software development, and scientific research.
Phew, a lot to take in.
That's a lot to process.
Yeah.
But the report doesn't stop there.
Oh, there's more.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more.
Okay, bring it on.
Well, we'll have to save that for next time.
All right, I'm already looking forward to it.
Stay tuned.
Will do. Welcome back to our deep dive into those top AI trends that are shaping 2025.
It's pretty amazing, right, how AI is not just being used in these different fields.
Yeah.
It's actually transforming them from the inside out.
It really is. It's becoming like the architect of its own evolution.
Exactly. And speaking of transformation, trend number 4 takes us to the EU
The EU.
and the impact of the AI Act.
Ah, the AI Act.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been hearing a lot about that.
Yeah. It sounds like it's causing a bit of a stir in the tech world.
It is. There are definitely some strong opinions out there.
So the report mentions that some companies like Apple and OpenAI have had to adjust their product releases
Okay.
or even withdraw from the European market because of these regulations.
Wow, so it's having a real impact.
Big time. So what exactly is the AI Act trying to achieve?
Well, the main goal is to ensure ethical and responsible AI use.
Which sounds like a good thing, right?
It is a very good thing, but it's also creating some challenges for tech companies operating in Europe.
Right, right. So it's a bit of a balancing act.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot between innovation and responsibility.
Okay, so can you break down the AI Act for us?
Sure. So the Act basically classifies AI systems based on their risk levels.
Risk levels, okay.
So, for example, AI systems used in healthcare or law enforcement.
Right, high-stakes stuff.
Exactly. Those would be considered high risk. And they face much stricter requirements
Than, say, an AI system
Yeah.
that recommends movies.
Exactly. So those low-risk systems face fewer hurdles.
Makes sense. So what kind of requirements are we talking about for those high-risk systems?
Things like data quality transparency, human oversight,
Okay.
and accountability. So companies need to be able to demonstrate that their AI systems meet these standards.
And what happens if they don't?
Well, the penalties for non-compliance can be pretty hefty.
Like how hefty?
Up to 7% of global annual revenue.
Oh, wow. So they're not messing around.
No, they're not. The EU is definitely taking ethical AI seriously.
It seems like they're setting a precedent. Do you think other countries will follow suit?
It's hard to say for sure, but the EU's approach is definitely influencing global discussions about AI regulation.
So we could see a more unified approach to AI ethics in the future.
It's definitely possible, which would be a good thing for everyone involved.
Okay, so the AI Act is definitely something to keep an eye on.
Absolutely. It's shaping the future of AI, not just in Europe, but potentially worldwide.
Okay, so let's shift gears now and talk about trend number 5.
All right, what's next?
This is the one that always gets people talking. The AI investment bubble.
Yes. The big question, is it about to burst?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
It is. We've seen massive investments in AI, but have the returns matched the hype?
That's what everyone wants to know.
Some experts believe we're in a speculative bubble,
Right.
while others see strong potential for long-term growth.
So it's a bit of a gamble right now.
It is. There's a lot of uncertainty, but also a lot of excitement.
So what's fueling all this investment in the first place?
Well, there's a lot of faith in AI's ability to revolutionize various sectors,
Right.
from healthcare and finance to manufacturing and transportation.
So AI is seen as a potential solution to a lot of different problems.
Exactly. It's seen as a key driver of innovation and growth.
But is AI actually living up to the hype?
That's where the debate lies.
Right.
Some economists are predicting only a marginal impact on productivity and GDP,
Okay.
while others are forecasting a significant boost.
So who's right?
It's still too early to say for sure.
It's like everyone's waiting to see how this all plays out.
Exactly. And then, of course, you have those curveballs, like the DeepSeek R1 model.
Oh, yeah. That shook things up a bit.
It did. NVIDIA's market value plummeted.
Right.
And companies like Meta and Perplexity had to reevaluate their strategies.
So what happened there?
Well, the R1 model demonstrated significant progress
Okay.
using limited resources.
Interesting.
So it challenged the assumption that bigger is always better in AI.
Okay. So it was like a David and Goliath situation.
In a way, it showed that innovation can occur within existing approaches.
Which is a good thing, right?
Yep.
That means that smaller players can still compete.
Exactly. It's not just about who has the most money.
Right. It's about who has the best ideas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the R1 model was a bit of a wake-up call for the industry.
It definitely showed that things can change very quickly in the AI world.
They can. You have to be adaptable to survive.
All right, so moving on to trend number 6. This one takes us into the world of AI avatars.
AI avatars. Okay, this sounds interesting.
It is. We're talking about realistic digital representations of people.
Oh, wow. So like virtual humans.
Exactly.
Huh.
And they're being used in all sorts of applications, from marketing and entertainment
Right.
to education and customer service.
So it's like we're stepping into science fiction.
In a way, we already have virtual influencers like Lil Miquela.
Yeah, I've heard of her. She's got millions of followers on social media.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But what other applications are there for these avatars?
Well, they have the potential to revolutionize entertainment.
Okay.
Imagine attending a concert featuring a virtual musician.
Wow, that would be wild.
Or interacting with an AI-powered tutor who adapts to your learning style.
That's pretty cool.
Eh.
But I also imagine there are some ethical concerns,
Oh, absolutely.
especially with the rise of deepfakes.
Right. Like,
Okay.
how do we know who's real and who's not?
It's a big challenge.
Yeah.
We need to develop robust detection methods
Okay.
and clear ethical guidelines
Yeah.
to prevent the spread of misinformation.
And to protect against fraud.
Exactly. It's a powerful technology with the potential for both good and bad. It's like opening a Pandora's box.
It is. We need to be very careful about how we use this technology.
Okay, so AI avatars are definitely something to watch.
They are. They could change the way we interact with the world.
All right, so let's move on to trend number 7. This one brings us back to the EU
The EU.
and the impact of the AI Act on AI education in companies.
AI education.
Yeah.
Interesting. So what's the connection?
Well, the AI Act actually mandates that companies provide AI training to employees who use AI professionally.
Okay, so it's not just about implementing AI.
Right.
It's about educating the workforce.
Exactly. It's about making sure that people have the knowledge and skills
Right.
to use AI responsibly and effectively.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what kind of training are we talking about here?
Well, it's about understanding how AI works,
Okay.
its potential impacts,
Right.
and how to use it ethically.
So employees need to be able to assess opportunities and risks.
Exactly. And companies are obligated to provide relevant training opportunities.
That makes sense. But the report mentions that there's some confusion about what sufficient AI literacy actually means in practice.
Yeah, like, how do companies know what to teach?
Exactly. There's a need for clearer guidelines and standardized training programs.
Right.
So the report suggests that employees should understand things like the different types of AI systems,
Okay.
the risks associated with AI,
Hmm.
and basic principles of data protection and copyright.
So it's a pretty broad range of topics.
It is, but it's all essential knowledge for anyone working with AI.
So are companies prepared for this?
Well, unfortunately, it seems like many are not.
Really?
Yeah. A study by the Stifterverband found that over half of German companies don't offer any AI training.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is, and only 25% have a strategy for AI competency development.
That's a bit alarming, especially considering the potential fines for noncompliance with the AI Act.
It is, but beyond the legal implications, there's a missed opportunity here.
How's-
Well, by embracing AI education, companies can foster a more innovative and responsible AI culture.
Right. So it's not just about avoiding fines.
Exactly. It's about creating a workforce that's equipped to thrive in the age of AI.
Okay, so let's move on to trend number 8. This one focuses on how automated AI learning platforms are democratizing education.
Democratizing education.
That sounds promising.
It is. We're seeing AI being used to create personalized learning experiences
Okay.
that cater to individual needs and learning styles.
So it's like having a personal AI tutor.
Exactly. And there are all sorts of platforms doing this, like ChatGPT, NotebookLM, Duolingo Max.
Right, I've heard of some of those.
They're all using AI to make education more accessible and engaging.
So this could benefit everyone, regardless of their background or location,
That's the goal. AI has the potential to bridge the education gap.
especially in developing regions.
Exactly, where access to quality education is limited.
Right.
And there are organizations like Teach AI that are working to promote inclusive and safe AI use in education. So ensuring that everyone benefits from these advancements.
Exactly. But are there any challenges or concerns associated with this trend?
Well, one concern is the toolification problem.
The toolification problem, what's that?
It's basically when teachers are overwhelmed with too many apps and platforms,
Oh, I see.
and they don't have clear guidance on how to integrate them effectively.
Right, so it's not just about having the technology.
Exactly. It's about using it wisely.
What about the effectiveness of these AI-powered learning tools?
Right. Do they actually help students learn better?
Well, there's still a lot of research to be done.
Okay.
But some studies suggest that AI tools like ChatGPT can enhance learning,
Okay.
while others point to potential downsides, like a decrease in critical thinking skills.
If students rely too heavily on AI.
Exactly. So it's about finding the right balance,
Right.
using AI to complement human interaction and guidance.
Not to replace it.
Exactly. Okay, so let's dive into trend number 9. This one takes us deeper into the realm of AI communication.
AI communication. All right. I'm intrigued.
So it's all about conversational AI, replacing the need for explicit prompting.
Replacing prompting. Okay, explain that to me.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into the top AI trends shaping 2025. It's been a wild ride so far.
It has been. AI is moving so fast. It's incredible to see the pace of innovation.
All right, let's jump right into trend number 9. This one's all about conversational AI
Conversational AI.
and how it's evolving beyond simple prompting.
Beyond prompting. I'm curious. What does that mean?
So it's like right now, we give AI-specific instructions,
Right.
but we're moving towards a future where we can have more natural, fluid conversations with AI.
Ah, okay. So like talking to a friend.
Exactly. AI that can understand nuance, context, even emotion.
So it's not just about giving commands.
Right. It's about having a real dialogue.
That's pretty amazing. What's making this possible?
Well, a lot of it has to do with advancements in natural language processing and generative AI.
Okay.
AI models are becoming more sophisticated in their ability to understand and generate human language.
Right. So they can actually hold a conversation.
Exactly. And we're seeing models like GPT-4o and Gemini
Okay.
that can process various inputs like text, voice, images, video,
Wow.
and translate them into diverse outputs.
So these models are becoming more multimodal.
Exactly. More like how humans communicate.
So what are the potential implications of this shift towards conversational AI?
Well, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah.
Imagine students exploring complex topics
Okay.
through these dynamic dialogues with AI tutors,
Ah.
or customers receiving personalized support from AI-powered virtual assistants
Right.
that can truly understand their needs.
That makes sense. And the report mentioned companies like Cognigy
Right.
that are already developing this advanced virtual assistant technology.
Exactly. It seems like we're on the cusp of a world where interacting with AI feels as natural as talking to another person.
It's exciting and a little bit scary at the same time.
Definitely. But what about the role of human prompt engineers in all of this?
Right. As AI gets better at understanding us, do we even need them anymore?
That's a good question. And research suggests that AI is actually getting better at generating its own prompts.
Really? So AI is learning to ask the right questions.
Exactly. Intel Labs did a demonstration where automatic prompts led to better image generation.
Wow, so even better than human-created prompts.
Exactly. So it's like AI is becoming more self-sufficient.
Which raises some interesting questions about the future of work.
It does. As AI becomes more autonomous, our role shifts from giving instructions
Right.
to guiding, collaborating, and ensuring ethical use.
Right. It's a whole new way of thinking about our relationship with AI.
Okay, so let's move on to trend number 10. This one takes a broader perspective.
Okay.
It's about how AI integration is transforming the user experience across the board.
Transforming the user experience. Interesting. So how's it doing that?
Well, AI is no longer this separate entity. It's
Yeah.
becoming seamlessly integrated into the technology we use every day.
Oh, okay.
Operating systems,
Yeah.
cloud platforms, standard software.
Right. So it's just becoming part of the fabric of our digital lives.
Exactly. And it's enhancing our interactions
Yeah.
in these subtle but powerful ways.
Okay. So who's leading the charge in this area?
Amazon is a big player.
Amazon. Okay.
They have AWS Bedrock,
Right.
which provides GDPR-compliant access to over 100 AI models.
Wow. That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah.
And they've developed their own family of high-performance language models called Nova.
Nova. Okay.
And they're also developing Trainium AI chips,
Yeah.
which are optimized for training these large language models.
So they're really investing heavily in AI.
Yeah, they're going all in.
What about other tech giants? Are they keeping up?
Oh yeah, Microsoft is rumored to be working on a heavily AI-powered Windows 12.
Windows 12. Wow.
And NVIDIA is developing mini AI supercomputers that can fit on a desk.
That's incredible.
The race to integrate AI is definitely on it.
It sounds like it. So paint me a picture. What does this future look like?
Imagine a world where you can generate visuals or text from a simple voice command,
Okay.
where AI-powered design tools simplify complex tasks, and where technology anticipates your needs and adapts to your preferences.
That sounds pretty amazing.
That's the kind of user experience we're moving towards.
But we have to be careful, right, about inclusivity and accessibility.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that everyone benefits from this AI revolution.
Right. Not just those with the resources or technical expertise.
Exactly. It's about making sure that AI serves humanity, not the other way around.
That's a good way to put it. So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's your overall outlook for AI in 2025 and beyond?
Well, the AI landscape is dynamic and complex.
Right.
But one thing's for sure, AI is here to stay.
Okay.
It's transforming industries, accelerating scientific discovery, and reshaping the way we interact with the world around us.
So what's the challenge, though?
I think the challenge and the opportunity lies in harnessing this powerful technology
Okay.
responsibly and ethically
Right.
to create a future that benefits everyone.
That's a great point. It's not just about the technology itself.
Yeah.
It's about how we use it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the top AI trends shaping 2025.
Yeah.
And as we navigate this evolving AI landscape,
Right.
it's crucial to stay informed, engaged, and critically aware
Okay.
of both the promises and potential pitfalls of this transformative technology.
I agree. It's an exciting time to be alive.
Until next time,
Yeah.
keep exploring, keep questioning,
Yeah.
keep diving deep into the world of AI.
I will. Thanks for having me.